Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome once again to our channel. Today I'm extremely delighted and pleased to inform you that we have invited another IELTS expert for our collaboration campaign with IELTS experts around the globe. Today we have Ms. Sana Siddique today with us and she'll be sharing her top 5 tips for IELTS speaking. Hi Sana, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely great. First of all, thank you very much for accepting our invitation to join this podium for IELTS candidates.
Thank you very much to you too. And this is a very good platform. I really appreciate your effort. You are doing a great job. And uh, it's a really honor for me as well to be a part of it. So thank you so much too.
Thank you very much, Sana. Let me inform our viewers that today Ms. Sana will be talking about IELTS speaking top 5 tips. And for anyone looking for her details, you will be finding her contact details in the description box as well and as in the end of this video as well. Over to you, Sana.
Okay, so today I'm going to share with you the five tested techniques that how you can speak in IELTS module, right? As you people know that there are three parts of a speaking conversation, right? The part one is like they will ask about you, your work, your family, your interests, your hobbies, right? 4 to 5 minutes you have to talk about it, and then part two you have to talk about. They will give you a card, and there is a topic behind it. Then you have to talk about it for 2 minutes, and in part three, they will like you have a conversation with the examiner. So what exactly you have to do, I'm going to share with you the five tested tips that would really help you out to score a good band. So number one is that I have seen like so many times that students memorize their answers. So this is a foremost thing, that don't memorize answers. What you have to do, you have to memorize the language, right? So when you memorize the answer, it seems really, kind of fake thing that you are pretending something, right? So be real. If you want to score a good band, so you have to be real. This is number one tip. And number two is, don't use the big vocabulary words. Many times it happens that we want to, like, students want to impress the examiner, and they try to use the long vocabulary words, and many times it happens as well that they mispronounce them, right? So it's better that don't use it, because if you're not confident about it, then don't try to use it, right? So this is tip number two. And yes, try to use the relevant vocabulary. Whatever the vocabulary is, try to use that vocabulary. Okay, and many times it happens as well. This is tip number three, that we become very conscious while we are speaking about our accent, right? So don't worry about the accent, right? Because you should aware of the sounds, you should aware of the intonation, right? Your posture, your gestures, your hand movements, your facial expressions. So when you very possessive about your accent, so many times it happens that you may think about it too much and forget about the answers and the other stuff. So I suggest you people that don't worry about the accent. Just focus on the things, the sounds and the intonations, because English is at times like stress language, right? So wherever there is a need of a stress, you go for that. Otherwise, then you be comfortable, be calm, right? Okay, and there is a tip number four. It's a very common thing that we always take some time, because this is not our language, so we always take some time to pause. So that's not a problem, right? Pause to think, right? You can take a pause, or you can take a pause in a way that you can say, that's an interesting question. That's a difficult question, right? That's a good point. So let me think about it. Let me see. Right? You can take some time, buy some time to think about it, right? But here I'm gonna, share another thing with you, that avoid using fillers. Like in front of examiner, when you say, and you say, yeah, so these kind of things are not really good, and it seems really bad in front of the examiner, because it seems that you are, buying some time to think over it. So it's better to avoid the filler and try to, take some time to give the answers. And number five is that expand your answer. For example, examiner asks you a question, and then after he or she may ask you a question, and then you kept quiet. Don't be keep quiet, right? You have to expand your answer in full, right? Give the detail. If examiner asks you the reasons why or whatever, so give the whole detail. He or she wants to ask you the detail of that. And I'm going to give you the three bonus tips that really helps my students out, right? That are, for example, number one. These are the five tips I shared with you. I'm going to repeat it quickly once again. Number one, that don't memorize the answer, always memorize the language, right? You have a grip over it that you have to memorize the language. And number two is don't use the big vocabulary words, right? Number three is that don't worry about the accent, right? This is something that I have experienced, like my students experience, and I have seen. I was a part of British Council as well, so I have seen students are doing this, right? So that's why I'm telling you, don't do this. So number four is that you can buy some time to think, because we are human beings. We are not like artificial intelligence machines, right? So that's perfectly okay, right? So number five is expand your answer. These are the five tips that do apply it. You will see the difference, and it will definitely help you out for your speaking module. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the three bonus tips here that really works out. That are number one, that don't speak in a monotone. Right? We people, like for example, students are keep on speaking on a monotone. Monotone is the flat sound, flat, speak. When you are speaking flat, there's a monotone, right? You have to put intonation in it. Your posture, gestures, your facial expressions, when you're asking questions, your expression should show that you're asking questions. When you're giving the answers, your expression should show that if you're excited, your expression should show that you were excited, right? So don't be flat, right? There should be up and down in your voice. When you feel excited, your voice should show that you are excited. When you are feeling sad, your voice should show that you are feeling sad, right? So this is a bonus tip I'm going to share with you, and other bonus tip for with you people that practice the common topics, right? For example, they are commonly asking about it, like since like many years, they keep asking about education, they keep asking about tourism, they keep asking about, environment, they keep asking about internet. So you have to be ready for that, right? So last but not the least, keep smiling, be calm, right? When you are smiling, the other person will come to know that you are relaxed and you are giving the answer, and you have a, full approach or a grip on your language. But if you are tensed, or even you can speak very good English, but many times it happens whenever we people are uh, uh, like we are sitting and students are giving the interview, they get confused, or maybe they get, they are not more confident. So this is my tip. This is very good tip, that if even you don't know the answer, but keep smiling, right? So smiling, this will show a friendly voice to the other person. This is a very good gesture when you are smiling. And smile can, and always try to open your mouth and speak up properly, because when you are not opening your mouth and speak properly, it will give a very bad impression to a listener, and as well. So these are the few bonus tips, and the five tips that will really help you out. Do apply it, because that really works. So Nawab, this is what I want to say to you, all of the people who really wants to appear in IELTS examination. Best of luck from my side. If you people need any need any kind of my help, I'm here. I'm available to help you out, people. But do apply, these tips and try it. You will see the change, and in your and you can score a very good band, inshallah. Yes, Nawab.
All right, Sana, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, we are extremely delighted that you have accepted our invitation gracefully. We are really honored. Secondly, the tips which you have shared right now, these all tips are extremely practical, and as well as the tips of the successful candidates who have scored higher numbers, those have experienced all of these tips in their tests as well. So I believe
Yes.
that these tips you have just shared will definitely improve someone's ability to counter in the IELTS test as well. And the last tip that you have given, that keep smiling, be relaxed, be calm, do not panic. I think that's
Yes.
the one of the major issue which a lot of people have faced in recent times. The nervousness which overcome their confidence level. So this
Yes.
is what I think is one of the finest tips. Having
Yes.
said that, once again we are really thankful to you, and I hope we'll keep inviting you to share your tips regarding
Why?
other modules.
My pleasure, Nawab. That this is my pleasure to be a part of it, and you are doing a great job, because this is the common problem that everybody is facing, right? Especially students are facing these kind of problems, right? So, I mean, this is my pleasure to be a part of it. So, hopefully, these tips will help students out as well. And inshallah, I will be there whenever you invite me anytime.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are really honored. Have a good day ahead. Bye.
Allah Hafiz. Bye.